A common human emotion, anxiousness may vary from little uncertainty to severe pain. It frequently shows up as fear, worry, or hesitation around upcoming occasions or circumstances. Even though it's normal to feel anxious in some situations, such as during a big presentation or a huge change in one's life, chronic anxiety can be devastating. Of course, you're anxious about what's happening in the world, but you're also just generally anxious. 1. Do not suffer imagined troubles. Seneca observes that we all struggle more in our minds than in the real world, which means that the majority of the things we worry about, stress about, and dedicate a lot of time praying won't happen never occur. He means that in our minds, we are torturing ourselves by worrying that this could happen and that could happen. There is a beautiful quotation by Mark Twain where he says that he has gone through many things in life, many of which have never really occurred. We fear about this or that opportunity, but the truth is that you have no way of knowing whether it will happen or not. What you are able to influence, however, is how well prepared you are for the challenges and uncertainties of the years to come. However, the present is what you have the most control over. Don't miss out on the present because you're too preoccupied and anxious about what might or almost certainly won't happen in the future to make the most of it. 2. Focus on the little things. According to the Stoics, we should concentrate on what is under our control, which is mainly our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. They inspire people to develop character traits like wisdom, courage, fairness, and self-control. The Stoics argue that by doing this, we can remain calm and at peace with ourselves despite difficulties from elsewhere. Stoics advocate on recognizing and appreciating the minor things in life. We may not be able to influence external events, but we can affect how we perceive them and how we react to them. Stoics contend that we can attain happiness and contentment in the present moment by paying attention to the little things and basic pleasures. Things are not minor. One of George Washington's expressions was, "Manny Mickles make a muckle." I believe Zeno said, "Better well-being is achieved through small steps, but it's no small thing." Marx actually claims that we build our lives one deed at a time. Nobody can stop you from doing it. Therefore, don't let yourself feel disheartened today when you see the gold that is far away. Concentrate like a Roman and pay attention to the task at hand. Do this thing in front of you, as if it's the only thing that matters, as if it's the final thing you're doing in your life, as Marcus Aurelius advises, and it all adds up. 3. Do not have an opinion. One of my favorite quotes of Marcus Aurelius. You know you don't have to have an opinion about this, and I simply think about it constantly. I have no obligation to have a viewpoint about this. I am able to let it happen. I am able to understand it isn't relevant to me. I can simply observe it as it is. I don't have to argue it's either fair or unfair, it just is. 4. Stop caring about what people think. Marcus Aurelius asserts that the secret to tranquility and serenity is to stop caring what other people think, say, or do. He believes that calm results from caring exclusively about what you do and say. The peace of mind that results from caring just about yourself and not about what other people think, say, or do. 5. Process your emotions. A Stoic is not a person who reduces their emotions, they actively explore it. The Stoics handled their feelings, which is why they wrote in a journal. Socrates asked these questions, and Seneca wrote these letters to his friend Lucilius. We even have some of Marcus Aurelius's letters that have endured. The Stoics were not suppressing their feelings or pretending they weren't there. Instead, they were discovering them. You know, if you just ignore your emotions, if you just overcome them, to me, it's similar to placing it on a credit card. Sure, you're not having to pay for it now, but eventually it's going to come owing, and the attention will make it more costly as well. Therefore, don't shut down your feelings, handle them, manage them, discover them, get through them. Don't be governed by them. 6. Practice gratitude. Marx really says, just remember you're lucky to be alive in this moment. Even if things are crazy and insane and awful in the world, they're also wonderful because you're getting to experience them, and to take that for granted, to be bitter or jaded or cynical about that. It's to waste this gift you've been given, and there's a reason they call it the present. It is a gift, and look, even if this is not the most wonderful time to be alive, it's the only time in which you are alive, so we focus on what we control. which is our perceptions, our opinion about things. Without we control, not when and where we are, we try to make the most of it. We try to accept it. We try to be grateful for it. And that's how we find happiness now, in this present moment, no matter what's happening in the world. 7. Choose not to be harmed. Based the beliefs of the Stoics, no one can damage you. They can injure you, say things that are cruel to you, assault you, slice you, or cause you to bleed. But in the eyes of the Stoics, harm comes from choosing to perceive it as such. Always keep in mind Eleanor Roosevelt. No one can harm you without your permission. When we choose to feel harmed, we choose to seem lower. Don't choose to feel damaged. Don't want to be damaged. We manage our thoughts, feelings, and the narrative we tell ourselves about what occurred as a result. The Stoic said you are complicit when you feel harmed. You choose to see it that way. 8. Grab the right handle. Every situation, according to Epictetus, has two possible approaches. One that will hold up under pressure, and the other that won't. For example, you could say, I only have one brother, and this is my brother. I'm going to forgive this person. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be stronger. We're going to be better for having gone through this. Or, I only have one brother, and this is my brother. The notion is that you can choose to see every circumstance as a way to lose control over yourself and make yourself the victim, or you can choose to see it as a chance for improvement and something you will get stronger for having to battle. I just love this concept, and I admire that it comes from someone who isn't talking about how blessed you and I are compared to Epictetus, who was born a slave in Rome and spent 30 years in slavery. But he doesn't see this as an enormous disadvantage. Rather, he sees it as an opportunity for growth and a fate that he's struggling with that's making him stronger. Epictetus says you've been paired with a tough opponent. So, whatever you go through today, consider that it has two handles. Which one will you choose? The one that bears weight will improve you. The one that doesn't will worsen you. 9. Keep a journal. People frequently ask about the most effective way to begin writing, and the answer is simply to start doing it. There are numerous styles you can use. I prefer a single line a day journal. Others prefer a regular Stoic journal. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. The most ideal moment to begin journaling is a long time ago, and the second greatest time is right now. So if you want, you can start right away. Write on your phone, blog on a piece of paper, write on the back of your to-do list. It isn't important, but the goal is that you journal every single day. Simply get started. 10. Go for a walk. I do this particular activity each day. We recently took an extended stroll near our property while talking, throwing sticks, and sharing stories. Nietzsche once said that only ideas gained while walking are truly valuable, and I believe that to be true. Seneca also stresses the importance of allowing the mind to wander during walks, saying that fields that are not allowed to rest will not produce plants. Even more importantly, he claims that if the brain is not refreshed, it will shatter like an anvil. Hiking is an example of physical activity for me, but it's actually a way of giving my mind a break. I leave my phone in the house, my ideas at home, and my work. Thanks for watching The Stoic Gain. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.